so let me show you how the app works with the view to get you excited about using this. This happens to be a par 3 hole at a local country club here in the Chicago area, and what I've done is I have dropped the ball at a specific part of the tee that the tees are marked at that day, and then there's a pin location in the back left corner of the green, and I've dropped the pin location there. And what this automatically does, okay, is it traces out arcs, distance arcs, for the nearest 5 clubs that you would possibly want to hit on the hole. Okay, so it turns out here that the pin is set 194 yards away from the tee, and do you see these blue arrows? I'm going to blow this up a little. These blue arrows show that the wind is quartering from left to right against me at about a 45-degree angle, and it just so happens to be that it's an east-northeast wind blowing at 7 miles an hour. Okay? Now this green is elevated, okay, and it's elevated about 2 yards from the tee. So I've got the wind quartering in against me. I've got an elevated green. It's about, let's see, it's about 79 degrees at the moment, and I very quickly pulled up the weather information being pulled into the app, okay, and it's telling me basically this blue arc here. I'm going to pull this up so you can see this. This blue arc, which is my 5-iron distance arc, is going to go 195 yards. The hole location's 194 yards. So chances are I'm going to hit a 5-iron, and depending on the receptivity of the green surface, you know, hopefully the 5-iron will hit and stick, and maybe release a yard or two longer. The 6-iron, though, is really only going to fly 180 yards. So I've got a 15-yard, you know, shortage versus that 6-iron. So if this green were really firm and hard, you know, I might hit a 6-iron in there and let it release into the hole. But the thing to do on this green, I'm familiar with this hole, is to hit the 5-iron and just, you know, stick it on the pin. Now let's just say that instead of the pin being cut back left, it was cut in a more front left position, and I was really interested in what the distance was to carry this front lobe of the bunker here. And there's a little pull-out here, and there's a feature called Get Distance. And you see these little crosshairs here? I'm just going to put this right on that little corner of the bunker and say Get Distance. And guess what? It's 174 yards to carry the bunker at that specific spot. So even if I was going to hit a 6-iron, which this says is going to carry 180 yards into this wind condition, I've got 6 yards of additional room to carry that bunker. Okay? And you can use this Get Distance function to look at distances to any water hazards, you know, lateral water hazards, regular water hazards, bunkers, trees that you want to avoid. It's incredibly useful, and again, this technology elevates the whole. Our interest as golfers in knowing the distance to the pin. This technology elevates our ability to not only know the distance, but to also factor in the wind, the temperature, the elevation, and factor all those in to determine whether or not a 5-iron that would normally go, you know, maybe 180 yards, 190 yards, is it really going to go today 165? And all the other distance apps out there cannot and will not perform that function for you. So, OptimalClub, 1995. It's a tremendous playing aid. It's a tremendous training aid. And I strongly suggest that you get this into your iPhone. Good luck.